Coming up on Auburn Gymnastics 360, we go behind the scenes at the SEC Gymnastics Championship, a special honor for Coach Graba, and regionals are set for the NCAA Championship. War Eagle and welcome to Auburn Gymnastics 360. I'm Carly McCall. First, let's go behind the scenes with the Tigers during the SEC Championship in Birmingham.
They're just out there screwing around. They're playing. It's playtime out there, and that's what it is with you guys. And if you guys can embrace that, when you have embraced it this year, you've been unbeatable.
We met in the hotel on Friday night, and we just basically went through motivational aspects that Jeff had prepared for us. And so the first one was a video of Shaun White.
He talked a lot about having fun with just his tricks and all his runs that he does and just playing around. He showed us that video to bring us into that because at this point it's just having fun, showing off what we have and doing another routine, whereas Shaun White's doing just another run that he knows how to do, having fun with it.
I think there's a lot of similarities between snowboarding and gymnastics. You know, there's an acro element to it, so I think it's easy for the girls to identify. You know, he's one of the most successful ever in that sport, and I think it's a good story to follow.
Then we watched a video, a 30 Seconds to Mars music video. It was a bunch about a Misfits. It was called Do or Die. It had a great message, like, you just go out and do or die. That's what SEC is about.
30 Seconds to Mars is one of my favorite bands, and they're sort of a bunch of misfits. That's been our mentality here is, you know, we accept everybody on our team for who they are. We don't try to change people. If you can do something for us and you can make us better, we're going to work to deal with anything that you're different at, and at the same time we expect the same from everybody else on the team.
I was really excited. Been there, it's my second time at SEC, so I kind of had a feel for what it's like. I've been on podium several times before, so I knew the feel of it. So for me, it was a day to just enjoy it and just get a feel for the equipment and the whole team, just to really settle in and get a feel for how everything felt. But I think it's really exciting, just the setup of the arena. They make it really nice. It's all SEC'd out, so it gets you ready to go. Just walking into practice day, you're like, okay, let's go.
A little overwhelming when we walked in. I mean, it always is going to a huge conference championship. It's just having 4 teams there instead of just 2, having the podium. It's a little overwhelming when we walk in, but I think once we got going, settled down, it was, you know, we didn't really need to treat it as anything different than what we've been doing the entire season.
50% of our girls really have never been on a podium. We went in with a couple of goals in mind. 1, get used to the equipment. 2, stay healthy because we couldn't afford to have anybody any more dinged up than they already were. And 3, we wanted to make sure that we left with a confident attitude because it's not about the score anymore. It's just about, you know, beating the team next to you. So we can only control our fate with the other 3 teams on the floor.
I noticed that when we were starting around the runway, there were a lot of cameras around us, so I knew that kind of eyes were on us and that we had to shine and do our thing.
The video we watched the next night was of John Roethlisberger and his fight through injuries and the Olympics and, you know, his goals. And Jeff and him have been friends for years. Just somebody to look at in our sport and see, you know, all this pain that he was going through, but it didn't matter to him because it was about reaching his goal and what, you know, the team needed him to do.
It doesn't matter if you're hurting, just push through and do it for the team.
Obviously, this is gymnastics. It's a hard sport. There's a lot of things that can go wrong and you go through a lot of pain. And we're in the last bit of season, so that's something obviously we're dealing with. But everybody knows that we can come together as a team, put that aside to accomplish this goal together.
But he fought, and it's all about fight. And if you guys think it's not going to be about fight these last few weeks, that's what it's about.
I felt like they did a phenomenal job of fighting for everything that they could get. It was a little bit of adversity, it was a little bit of rusty gymnastics out there, but sometimes that's the way it is, and you just have to be able to beat the teams next to you. Ended up, the score didn't really matter, it's just the rank.
I felt like I was a lot higher than normal, so I probably should have thought on my feet and not piped down like I usually do, but I did, so I hopped out of it. But I'm gonna work on, we're working on that in the gym, so I'm gonna fix that.
I was able to get up and do a decent vault and land on my feet and have a good landing to just get another one under my belt and to be able to help the team.
For us to go out there and do big gymnastics, not try to calm down and make sure that we stay on our feet, but go big, that was a fun thing to watch, because this team needs to be able to do that.
I was really excited to land the vault really well again, because that's been my main focus. It felt really good to do it on podium and kind of show it off.
The leadoff person on bars for us, Cullen, needs to do a good job. And what it does is it allows those people following her to try to raise the bar and try to do a better job and get a bigger score.
I thought it went normal. Once I got on the bar, I just, it just felt right. And I thought I did a really good job with my handstands. And when it came to my dismount, I had a small step. But I thought other than that, it was a pretty clean routine.
I was really happy with my bar set. I've really been focusing on those little things, and I knew when I hit my last cast handstand, and I was like, yes! Finally, just finish the dismount well, and it'll be good. Even though all 4 events were going on at the same time, I don't think really anybody took note, because we were just focused on our gymnast and what was going up. And so I was all ready to go, and Jenny gave me my pep talk, and they were like, actually, let's bring it in. And so I had to go back through all my mental stuff. And so I think that was good, because I kind of got thrown off my game a little bit and was able to still pull together a good set. So that made me happy.
I felt like the beam routine was really good. It was kind of weird, because the whole way through the beam routine, I just kept thinking weird thoughts. I don't even know what they were. I think at one point I was thinking how chapped my lips felt. By my leap, I was thinking something weird. I was like, just a leap and then a dismount, but it wasn't like my normal, okay, keep going, rhythm. It's kind of weird, but solid beam routine, felt really good, what I've been doing in practice.
You need to start strong on these events, and Karen got up there and knocked it out of the park for us, did a really good job. What that'll do is it'll calm those next 5 down, because they don't feel like they have the weight of the world on their shoulders. They can, settle down a little bit and go up and do their job, and then each one that hits after that makes it easier and easier for those last couple of people to knock it out of the park. And that's exactly what happened.
It felt like one of my best routines I've done all year, which, when you're in the moment, I felt that. I was like, oh, this is fun. I like this. I smiled at the judges, made eye contact with them, and was just cheesing it up for them.
Lexus got to be sick all week and not train much, but we all knew, and she did as well, that she was going to have to go no matter what. And I just felt like she did such a good job of staying mentally tough. It would be so easy to go into a shell. I was really, really proud of how she handled herself.
On every event. For their performances on Saturday, Caitlin Atkinson, Megan Walker, and Brittany Webster were each named All-SEC performers, and MJ Rote was named to the SEC All-Freshman team. Head coach Jeff Graba also picked up some hardware over the weekend.
From Auburn University, Jeff Graba.
It's just a real treat for me because it's voted on by the other coaches, and obviously they think I'm doing a good job, and they think it's a team award, so they think our team's doing a good job. So I couldn't be more proud of the award. We're trying to build our reputation. You know, we're up against a bunch of juggernauts here in the SEC, and you know, we're the upstart, you know, little kid on the block right now, but we're trying to make a lot of noise, and I think this helps. I think it shows that, you know, we know what we're doing, that we're prepared, and that our team's you know, hitting on all cylinders. You don't get this award if your girls aren't doing a good job. So, you know, it's a team award. With the year that we've had, with all the adversity that we've gone through, I think this is a great reward for, you know, how this team has persevered and you know, really rose to the occasion. You know, we've had so many little things that have popped up and a couple big things that have popped up, and you know, I just couldn't be more proud of this team, the way that they've rallied around each other, and they've learned to depend on each other, they've learned to trust each other, and they've learned to fight for everything they can get. And you know, we get to go out and show it tomorrow, and hopefully we do a good job.
On Monday, Auburn was drawn for the NCAA Baton Rouge Regional hosted by LSU. This meet includes Stanford, Arizona, Kent State, and Iowa State. That's it for this episode of Auburn Gymnastics 360. We'll see you next time. War Eagle.